Welcome to a new episode of The Clown Show.
Welcome to WatchMojo, and today we're discussing the rise and fall of Andrew Tate.
Haven't you ever thought that when you look at a yacht in Dubai...
You're running out of time. Stop stalling.
For this video, we'll be looking at this controversial influencer's infamous career, culminating in his arrest and criminal charges in December of 2022. A self-proclaimed misogynist, Tate is best known for sexist hate speech and exploitative business scams. Unfortunately, he continues to gain followers, some of whom may be unaware of the reality behind his claims and behavior. Why do you think people fall for provocateurs like Tate? Share your thoughts in the comments. Just keep it civil. Upbringing. Although Emery Andrew Tate III was born in Chicago, much of his upbringing took place in Luton, England. Tate was primarily raised by his mother, who served as a catering assistant. Tate's father, also named Emery Tate, has been described as a trailblazer for African-American chess, winning 6 Indiana state championships. Tate has a brother named Tristan, who he's still close with, and a sister named Janine, who's estranged for reasons that'll soon become apparent. Following in his father's footsteps, Tate started playing chess at age 5, even competing against adults. After he lost 3-5 in one adult tournament, Tate's father pulled him from the competition, saying that his son got very upset because he thought he was failing. Tate described his mother as mean and hard, and his father as a 0 to 100 kind of guy, from silence to screaming out of nowhere. On Twitter, Tate recounted one of their biggest arguments from his youth. When a 13-year-old Tate didn't like a new haircut, his father screamed that his mother was raising their son to be a bitch, and took him to have his head shaved. Tate's infuriated mother told his father to move back to the US, which he did. She told Tate that his father was so sensitive, emotional, and volatile, it was impossible to even speak around him without him losing his temper and going crazy. But Tate took away a very different lesson. Internalizing his abusive father's opinions, the argument inspired him to keep his hair short. From kickboxing to reality TV. While Tate's father taught him chess, Tate's mother had enrolled him in a self-defense class, putting him on the track to a career in kickboxing. During his professional career, Tate won 4 kickboxing championships. This includes 2 International Sport Karate Association championships in different weight classes. Developing the nickname Cobra, Tate claims that his professional record is 43-9. However, his career saw at least 2 nasty knockouts, one courtesy of Scott Gibson in 2007 and another from Francie Grice in 2012. During a 2016 fight with Ibrahim El Boustadi, Tate allegedly injured an injury that resulted in a detached retina. Although El Boustadi finds this suspicious, Tate left kickboxing shortly after.
Even if you know you have a problem with your eyesight, why the hell do you go into the ring, man? Because I'm stupid.
However, it's been speculated that Tate might get back into the ring to fight Jake or Logan Paul, brothers who also come from professional fighting and social media backgrounds.
I don't think he would fight us. Come on, he's the top G.
Upon participating in Big Brother Season 17, Tate reached another frontier of fame and infamy.
You will never be nominated ever. Marco will piss someone off one day when he's being loud.
Early into the series, old tweets resurfaced in which Tate made racist and homophobic remarks. Tate also came under fire for a leaked video in which he seemingly beat a woman with a belt. Although Tate claims that they were great friends and that the woman consented, he was ejected from Big Brother. Tate himself suspects that he was removed because of unaired quarrels with his housemates. While Tate had been taken off TV, removing his toxic presence from social media would prove more difficult.
Due to events in the outside world, Andrew has had to leave the Big Brother house.
Bans and scams. A year after his short stint on Big Brother, Tate ignited further controversy on Twitter, claiming that depression isn't real and not a clinical disease.
And I said depression wasn't real. And I know that's like a really controversial take.
Tate angered more users as women came forward regarding Harvey Weinstein's history of abuse. While he called Weinstein a creep, Tate argued that Weinstein's victims bear some responsibility. At least 3 of Tate's accounts would be suspended for breaking the platform's policies. In 2021, though, Twitter verified one of Tate's other accounts, which was seemingly linked to the automobile manufacturer Bugatti. Twitter chalked this up to an error, with the account subsequently being permanently suspended. However, the internet provides countless avenues to not only spread hate, but also to hustle. Tate claims to be a trillionaire. While that's obviously not true, his net worth has been estimated at $30 million. Much of Tate's fortune reportedly came from a webcam business he started with his brother.
We're going to start a webcam business. You're going to stay, you're going to live in London. I'm going to look after you, and we're going to get rich.
According to Tate, he would date and sleep with women to recruit them into the business. This lover boy method is commonly used in human trafficking schemes, with the goal of creating emotional dependencies in victims.
I had a lot of respect for them. It was me and these 2 chicks. We were living in an apartment. We were a happy throuple for a while.
Tate claims to have had 75 women working for him in different locations. Dressed in lingerie, they would reportedly sell fake sob stories to men, charging $4 a minute. The brothers have openly admitted that this is a total scam.
I'm training these girls, and it got to the point where it was easier if I just typed myself.
Many have also described Tate's Hustlers University as a scam.
I have 100 business tips I'm going to teach you, which will allow you to make your own money instantly.
Charging $49.99 per month, this online academy markets itself as a community where Tate and dozens of war room soldiers will teach you exactly how to make money. The site claims to offer insight into stock and crypto analysis and more, but Tate's business model has drawn comparison to a pyramid scheme. Users, some as young as 13, were able to earn commissions by enlisting new members and having them post about Tate on social media. This resulted in Tate's digital presence growing exponentially, with videos of his sexist comments spreading like wildfire. By mid-August 2022, #AndrewTate had more than 13 billion views on TikTok, and he had over 4 million Instagram followers. With his quote-unquote Tate speech running rampant, he'd eventually be banned on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Tate also seemingly closed his Twitch account, assuming it'd be banned next.
You lose your Facebook, then your Instagram, then your Gmail, then your Discord, then your website hosting, then your domain name.
Although posting on these platforms has become harder for Tate, he's still amassed a legion of followers committed to sharing his words and fueling online arguments. Tate has been described as the king of toxic masculinity. He claims to be playing an online character who teaches men to avoid toxic people as a whole. But even if you take Tate's online comments out of the equation, his alleged real-world actions demonstrate otherwise.
And then they say I'm a misogynistic person and I'm dangerous to women and I need to be banned.
Arrest and criminal charges. Shortly before the surge of social media bans, Tate fled to Romania.
I was in England. I got tired of England. I had to decide to move somewhere, and I'd fought in Romania a few times.
UK law enforcement previously brought 11 charges against Tate, some of which pertained to sexual assault. In 2022, the US Embassy tipped off Romanian authorities that a 21-year-old American woman was being held against her will in Tate's compound.
But the internet being the internet, now we run an international human trafficking kidnapping ring. But we didn't go to jail for even 1 second.
In April, Romanian authorities raided the house and found an American and Romanian woman inside. Police declared their investigation ongoing, and towards the end of the year, they made their move. In November, after Elon Musk took over Twitter, Tate had been allowed back onto the platform. Trolling Swedish environmental activist Greta Thunberg in late December, he boasted about carbon emissions from his cars, only for Greta's clapback to become one of the most liked tweets of all time. Tate attempted to salvage his dignity with a video response, which featured pizza boxes from a Romanian chain of restaurants.
She doesn't realize she's been programmed. She doesn't realize she's a slave of the Matrix.
More on that in a moment. That very same day, police arrested both Tate brothers, along with 2 other suspects, reported to be Tate's assistant, Georgiana Nagel, and former police officer, Luana Radu.
The Matrix has attacked me.
The authorities allege that the group recruited and sexually abused 6 women, exploiting them using physical violence and mental coercion through intimidation, constant surveillance, control, and invoking alleged debts. In the immediate aftermath of the arrests, it was speculated on social media that the pizza boxes had alerted authorities to Andrew Tate's return to Romania and presence in his home. However, Ramona Bola, a spokesperson for the Directorate for Investigating Organized Crime and Terrorism, told the Washington Post that the pizza boxes did not play a role. As of writing, the Tates and alleged accomplices remain in custody. They've been charged with human trafficking and forming an organized crime group. One of the 4, who the police haven't identified, was also charged with rape.
Tate says he moved to Romania because he liked being able to do what he wanted and liked to be free. Freedom which threatens to be compromised.
The Cult of Tate. Even with all the negative press, Tate's online presence has continued to grow over the years. While part of this can be attributed to his numerous followers, Tate also credits his haters for his success. He's claimed, "I'm getting millions of dollars worth of advertising for free from my haters trying to explain why I'm a bad person." According to Tate, the smartest thing my haters can do is never mention me again.
I have no ill will against any of my haters.
This raises a difficult question that doesn't just apply to Tate. When we see a public figure fanning hate and misinformation, is it better to take a stand or turn a blind eye, hoping they just go away? Some controversial figures fade into obscurity quickly, but others eventually become too big to ignore, with some viewing Tate as a cult-like figure. Never mentioning him again might be easier said than done at this point. In any case, it's important to be informed and careful of who you follow.
I managed to accumulate a large amount of affinity with the male populace across the Western world because I'm simply saying things that many men believe, think, and feel.
Given the seriousness of the criminal charges against him, it's possible that Andrew Tate's time in the sun has run out. He's succeeded so far by targeting young men using sexist remarks and showy displays of wealth. If he's convicted of the charges against him, will his followers continue to celebrate him? Will he keep building his reach on social media? On Twitter, Tate has blamed his arrest on the insanity of the ruling elite. Many of his followers have taken to social media to insist, without evidence, that he must have been framed. It's not clear that anything could change their minds. We'll have to wait to see what's next.
If I had actually hurt anybody, the Romanian police would have me in jail.
And that's apparently just what happened.